going to do this roll 20 thing.
Yes.
All right, let's see here. Oh, yeah, that's right. We had ding 10.
Yes.
God help us all. Oh, how's it going?
All right. How's everybody?
We're here.
Yeah. Doing any better?
Yeah.
So.
Well, I've kicked the flu and I've kicked the sinus infection. And, whatever's going on in my chest is kicking me. So,
I understand.
based on that trip to Tullahoma, it's not the cold and pneumonia, that sort of thing. It's the interaction with all the other stuff I got going on, like, kidney function and anemia, really bad anemia.
Yeah.
So that's what's really causing me to be so out of breath.
I can imagine.
And and to top it all off, get back from that thing and get a call from my main doc and say that I had a positive cancer screening test.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Lovely.
So it's just been one of those couple of weeks.
Yeah, sounded.
So how are things in your neck of the woods?
I'm kicking. Tempting fate with having ice cream for dinner.
So if we're going to get anything out of you, it's got to be the next 30 minutes or so.
I might blank out a little bit, but I'll be here.
Mm-hmm.
I've been running me and Logan through the character mancer, so we've got that squared up. It wants us to keep going to 11.
Yeah, I saw that. It's very eager.
Yeah. So
I thought I had that fixed.
Well, we know as far as we need to go. It's all right.
Yeah. So Logan says he's running a little late, so I'm going to cover for him if or when he shows up.
And
He sent me a
that
text.
was a ping.
Yeah, he sent me a text and says I'm not quite home yet, so that's all right. You come in when you can, and I'll run in your stead.
Yep. And we just got a ping from Mr. Peg to that effect, and of course,
The Griffies are out.
But we should still have enough of a quorum.
Yeah.
Well, we have enough of a quorum to kill ourselves any day. So.
Oh yeah. Willow's on the back of my chair, hounding me for my ice cream. Being a black cat, she don't really show up
Until she gets some of the ice cream.
Yeah. Give them about a spoonful, let them fight over it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I heard that reaction.
I forget where that setting was, but I thought I changed that.
And like I say, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. Everybody knows they should be 10.
Yeah.
Nobody blindly just clicks red buttons because they're there, right? Had you caught any of the last 2 trick episodes? I know you were kind of working your way through it.
Yeah. I actually watched the latest episode of Picard last night.
Mm-hmm. No spoilers for the rest of the gang.
No.
But I've been really pleased with Picard. It's turned out interesting.
Now, at some of Peg's notioning, I stayed away from the first couple of seasons because of the wokeness of it. They said it had a whole new set of showrunners for this season to give it a shot. So I'm a little lost on the stuff that's hung over from the first 2 seasons. But
You shouldn't be so much.
well,
And howdy, Neff. I mean, to summarize the first season, that was all about Data.
right.
And to summarize the second season, that was all about Q.
Mm.
And that's it. I mean, they wrapped up those storylines.
Yeah. I was just trying to get where the Black 31 chick come from. Sounded like she'd been a hanger-on for a couple of seasons, and I didn't know what her history was.
Oh my God! You mean the person that showed up in the latest episode?
No. The one that's doing the investigating underwater.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's a brand new character. Remy.
Okay, I thought she may have been lingering from something else.
No, they introduced a few brand new characters for the Picard, and that was one of them.
Okay.
And she starts off as Picard's aide when he was an admiral.
Okay.
So that's where she enters the scene.
It just seemed like she had some history that I didn't know about. So
Yeah, that's probably
okay.
the only one that that would come out as a surprise. It's just totally off the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can't really talk about too much of the rest of it.
Okay.
That's too bad. So how's it going in your neck of the woods now?
Not bad here. Been watching the new Mandalorian myself. Well, I'm not up to date on Picard. I've only seen the first season.
I think if you skip to season 3, you'd be fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I haven't watched the other two either.
That's against my nature.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll get there. But I think of the 3, the third has really impressed me the most. I mean, it bringing back some old Trek stuff. That's the wrong way to put it. It feels more Trek than a lot of other Trek has been in a long time.
New Worlds has been good.
New Worlds have really been good. Yeah.
I haven't seen that at all. Yeah, I'm really behind.
The one thing that I will admit to is there is a strong resemblance to Cardozo and Shaw. The being from Chicago and the whole bit.
Then you saw his speech in 10 Forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of the
it's a different kind of what's the word I want? Intolerance, but they both have one, and it in both cases it defines them. And I really found that familiar in Shaw versus Cardozo.
and interesting the name Shaw. Because when that scene, no spoilers, but the scene in 10 Forward comes up, I'm really reminded of the speech in Jaws, when a fellow talks about the Indianapolis.
Yeah.
And that's the sort of vibe that you get, and Shaw really kind of came to shine for me as a character right then. You've been holding out hope that they do something more than just make him a foil, for the other two, and then they did.
Yeah.
Now you'll get there, Neff.
Someday.
Someday. There's a lot to watch. Now, as for Mandalorian, and again, no spoilers because I've kicked these. I've been holding folks off for like 2 weeks now, and guys haven't had a chance to watch any of that stuff unless they did it on their own. But I have.
Yeah.
So
there are some good things and there are some bad things in there.
I have to say I'm not as impressed with Mandalorian this season as past seasons.
Yeah.
It's more marketing this time around, it feels like.
Yeah.
And the storytelling isn't quite as sharp.
Yeah, I'm waiting on it to pick up too.
I get completely confused about the level of technology in their universe because they're like, it's hard to talk about without spoilers, but it's like, can they tell if an atmosphere is breathable or not? It's like, why is that hard?
One would think, with a spacefaring civilization at any level, that's kind of job one.
Yeah.
Do I need my suit today or what? Yeah. So yeah. Let me find out. Clunk. Yeah.
Reminds me of Prometheus, where the scientists get to this new world and the first thing they do is take off their helmets to see what the air smells like. What
Yeah.
are you guys doing?
It's a horror movie. We're we're identifying ourselves as the victims. We know, we're not going to survive, so it removes some of the suspension from the movie. All right.
Go down this long, dark corridor. I'll be right back.
And but the Star Wars tech thing has been like that. It's erratic. It's dirty tech. It's
Everything you see is 300 years old.
And has been for this past several thousand years.
Yeah.
So and that's actually been a noted and notable thing about Star Wars is the lack of technological advancement, even over millennia.
It's just stagnant.
Because
FTL was the best thing they could do.
they have turbo lasers on their capital ships during the Republic era thousands of years ago, and they still have turbo lasers on their capital ships, except for the stupid stuff where they put like mega lasers to blow up planets on the Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
It's stagnant is the best word for it. And part of that has been rationalized as this eternal struggle between the Jedi and the Sith, but I don't think it's quite as organized as that. It's just a civilization it's been in eternal decline. It's like a grand civilization that lost its footing long ago and is not coming back. There you go.
The bureaucracy.
The bureaucracy? Is that
Yeah,
Heineken or what?
Well, like I said, the bureaucracy of the old republic led into the empire that actually, was a kind of good old boys club that suppressed innovation.
Again, yeah, grand society on the decline. Oh my gosh. So you've been watching Bad Batch.
I'm a couple episodes behind on that one.
Again, no spoilers, but the current episode, I like that they're giving, I guess it's not a spoiler to say this, they're giving the Bad Batch the opportunity to an off ramp, to get out of the fighting for their lives sort of thing and just have a place to stay and chill.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful place.
And get out of the A-team kind of thing.
Yeah. And that would be a nice exit for them, except that, maybe they could put up with that for a little while, but given their nature, they're going to want to get back in, and their brothers are in danger, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
Some nice plot of land on Alderaan.
yeah, something like that. But the way the plot's going, even if they choose that, it's just not going to happen. The writers are too mean.
Yeah.
They try to get out, and they just keep pulling them back in.
What y'all do with it?
Trying to see what else has been going on. I thought there was another show that we were trying to find.
Machina season 2 was on Amazon not long ago. I just finally watched it though.
Oh, yeah. We caught an episode like a month ago, and we haven't gone back to it. So we're behind.
Yeah, like I said, I had totally forgotten about it for a long time, and then like I saw an ad that reminded me. I was like, oh yeah, I watched all of it over the weekend.
Yeah, I don't know how you get. I still don't know how you do your binge watching stuff because I barely have energy enough for an episode or 2 or 3 here or there or whatever. Like today, I just slept.
Well, that's why I'm so far behind because work keeps me from doing what I like to do.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Well, I was sick as a dog the past couple of weeks. I kept having to work. It's one of those things. If I let myself get too far behind, I'll be doing nothing but work on the weekends and full time. Yeah.
Are dogs known for being sick?
They can be.
Well, everything can be, but I've never really associated sickness with dogs.
He was in the front yard eating grass, if that's any indication.
Mm-hmm.
That's because they ate trash and they need to settle their stomach.
Funnily enough,
As
yeah.
sick as a cat, like.
Well, my cat is kind of sick on at least allergies. Oracle sneezes at everything.
Sneezing is just how they express their disdain.
That was during the week. I was coughing and carrying on so badly that even Oracle hid from me. I mean, literally,
Yeah.
knowingly he hangs out in the room and will tolerate a lot, but he ran across the house and he wouldn't come out. Like you stop making those noises and then we'll talk.
Yeah.
So, Bill, did you level up your character yet?
Oh no, I forgot about that. I'll do that right now. I'm level 15, you said, right?
20. No, what are you talking about? The character manager will let you go at 20, by the way. It won't stop. The little red button's there for all of us.
I got to change one spell and gained about 10 hit points. That's about it.
So we're level 10 now?
Yes.
I got a nice class feature and spells.
Picked up Revivify, given ourselves.
Well, there's a problem with that.
We got enough jewels for that, I thought.
Nobody can be resurrected. It's the soulmonger.
That's right.
So if you want to go change that,
Yeah, I forgot about that, but still, it's better than talking to plants, is what I had.
Yeah, Nighthawks tries very hard to keep you guys on target. We're always like, do we want to investigate this treasure? And I'm like, we're here for the soulmonger.
Yeah.
That's what Asarak depends on, the greed of the venturing parties to trigger every trap, you know?
Mm-hmm. Why aren't they stepping that plate? Step up on that plate. I put it there. All that 20. It took 2 weeks to craft the perfect rock.
He just needs to put a button in a room and make the button shiny.
Yeah, we're gullible enough. Yeah, we're going to happen. That's right. Please don't press this button. Click.
What was that movie that was hilarious that had these winged people that were real idiots, and there was like a light grenade, and the light grenade said "pick me up," and if anyone picked it up, they got incinerated. You know, and that was one of their most devious weapons on this planet, because all you had to do was pull the pin, throw it at the oncoming army, and it just showed them all standing around. What's that? It says "pick me up." Well, pick it up, and the guy picks it up and incinerates. You know, and it shows like a whole squad of people standing around it, being like, "What are we gonna do?" You know, I'm just trying to remember. It was one of those old school sci-fi.
Oh, they killed a bunch of bird brains.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that doesn't ring any bells.
it reminds me of that movie, like Mom and Dad Save the Universe, and it's got Planet Todd is the evil planet with some dictator named Todd, you know, and but I think it was one that movie was based on. Oh, it was Mom and Dad Save the World. I just found a clip of it. If you haven't seen that movie, it's definitely funny.
See here.
And when you see the movie poster for it, you'll know exactly why I think of the old sci-fi movies.
Oh my God. Terry Garr? Yeah.
Yeah, I hit the button for no reason. All right.
Let's see here.
1992.
Apparently it's a box office bomb. I don't see how. John Lovitz is the emperor.
Which is great, yeah. They're just so wrong with this movie.
Yeah, movies like, you know, I feel like Galaxy Quest were inspired by it. I don't know. I would have been a freshman in high school when that thing came out. So that's how old that movie is.
Yeah, I hit it by accident. Sorry.
Oh, you're just foreshadowing.
Yeah. Well, it's a new spell. I wouldn't know if it would work anyway.
Let's see.
Cost 300 gold worth of diamonds to do it every time.
That's no problem. I'll just fire up the wand to wonder a few times. We got a bunch of cubic zirconium and quartz, you know, mash it together. It kind of looks like diamonds. Oh, did you want to go ahead and poke at things a little while we're waiting for the quorum?
Poke at things. Who's poking?
Well, probably the bad guys at us, but I figure that we have some exploration to do before we actually have an encounter with something.
Oh, y'all are at the top of that staircase.
Yeah, exactly. And after we dealt with the horde of geometric bad guys that came down here, there's still this up here wanted to check out and see if there was kind of a backdoor entrance to this area. So I was going to, since I've already lost all my non-magical gear, just back to a Boyd and fly over there.
Okay.
And kind of carefully wander over here and check this out. And what the hell is that? Not though. There's another one for that. There you go. Let's find the red button.
This chamber contains a bronze apparatus centered on a hinged arm. Slowly rotating within the arm is a 10-foot diameter globe decorated by a topographic map of landforms and oceans. Concentric rings of brass constrain the device, all rotating and bearing their own lesser spheres. One of those spheres has sharp points and appears sun-like. Carvings of tall, headless humanoids decorate the walls of the room.
Cool.
See if there's a. Did you give me a?
Hello, Oracle. What's she doing, buddy? Thank you. Really? Right? He comes over and says hi, and then promptly walks over to my drink and sneezes in it, and then pops off.
This is a armillary sphere. It depicts Toral, its moon, the sun, and other planetary bodies in the realm space. You can recognize certain geographical features on the globe.
Is there a "you are here" sort of thing?
There's a red
No, but as soon as you get within 5 feet of it, the apparatus suddenly swings around, its rings rotating out of the way as the surface of the globe peels back to reveal a dark, hollow interior. Inside the cavity is a padded bronze chair with levers built into its armrests.
Yeah. Okay. That looks totally safe.
Yeah, looks like the way out. Come on, guys.
So you got this chair. You got levers of various sorts. I assume there's no instruction manual or clear indication of the purpose of the level. Yeah. All right. And what about these heads on the walls?
Tall, headless humanoids decorating the walls of the room. Nothing that stands out.
Yeah. Where's Elrod's skull?
You mean the floating gold skull that makes fun of him?
Yeah, he lost it somewhere, but
Yeah, he's up there in the room with the invisible, yet dead thing.
Beholder.
Yeah, thanks. Alrighty. Well, I'll just do a little fly past, see if there's anything hidden or in the nooks and crannies.
So are you an African or European swallow?
Did we find a hint for this level? Like the 5th warning?
I don't believe so.
No, there was no hint for this level.
Alrighty. So I go back and scratch out. So I found a guillotine machine. We need somebody really short to pull the levers.
It's got what looks like a nice comfy chair in it. There's some levers on the chair.
Too bad our short people didn't decide to come tonight.
I think they had some presaging. It's like, this may not be the safest night. That never is. But that really is my strong impression of what that is just a way to decapitate yourself. So did you Did the collective, those here, have any sort of opinion on how to proceed there?
I mean, did the table in there move at all?
It stopped moving when he went in there. It was moving when he walked in.
Yeah, it had to do like a reset to reveal that chair.
Did that affect anything outside when it stopped? The placement of all these weird islands? I might go poke my head out just to see if the room with all the 5 teleportation enemies is still like it was.
Yes, it's still the same.
And as for that, I'm sure it did, because the actual shape of the thing changed in order to reveal the interior. And I can go in there under the theory that it's if it's a decapitation machine, I could stay in wild shaped and pull the levers and see what happens. I'm pretty sure it has a bird. I'm not direly curious though.
So you're not a dire bird.
No, not a dire bird, and not yet a dying bird. But yeah,
What was to the southeast? We couldn't get through a door, right?
there's a big elephant's head that needs the handle off of the one room to the west.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that
why
have
don't
to,
we do that?
because we don't necessarily know what we need to the one room to the west. How do we get that handle? That had become problematic.
Yeah, I think there
It's
were
not
2
that
dials.
big. You can probably break it off.
Yeah, well, so these, by the way, the handles up here had nothing stylistically or in any way to do with the handles in here.
No, they were very utilitarian looking.
Okay. Well, we can do that. There is also the stairs descending into our doom. In
Yeah.
fact, just for,
We would have to take all our stuff off to go to that hallway. Right.
well,
Well, your non-magical stuff, yes.
I've already done that. So let me just flap down there real quick and take a peek. And I'm not going to go to our doom just yet.
Okay. Give me just a second.
The Grandmaster Peg.
Mr. Peg.
Hey, y'all. Sorry I was late.
It's no problem.
Doing chores and then get home late. Gotta get everyone bathed.
While you're getting set up, increase to 10.
Okay.
While you were out, we threw your bagpipe in the Hall of Destruction to see if it was still destroying things, and it was.
I have a toolkit to bring that back. Cool. They'll be bigger and better than ever.
Hey, we can use your revivify spell on the bagpipes.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
Oh dear. What the hell are those things?
Okay. Let's see. Gotta find it. Let's see.
So
Level
I'm just
6.
on the. I was gonna say I'm just on the black screen right now.
Yeah.
I was scouting around.
Yeah, Matt's
Okay.
the only one on that level.
Okay, I got you. Just want to make sure I wasn't dead.
The hallway of nudity. There's a hall going down from it that only Matu could go down. Well, until we take off all our stuff. But this is what happened. You can see on the share screen what he's seeing, but we can't see it. So.
Green smoke billows out from a bronze cauldron in the middle of this 20-foot-high vaulted hall. Barely visible through the haze are 3 rocking chairs, several workbenches heaped with haberdashery, a spinning wheel, a rusty iron cage containing a prisoner. Galleries stand 10 feet above the floor to either side of the room.
Is the prisoner naked?
It's difficult to tell because of the
Green smoke.
green smoke. Those creatures at the end, 3 tiny figures waddle through the smoky haze. A straw doll with rusty pins sticking into its body. A faceless child molded from clay. A stuffed monkey with the lower body of a unicycle.
Not creepy at all.
Let's see. Do I have an image for the dolls? I think I have an image for the dolls. Yes, I do.
A Puppet Master game came out not long ago. If you remember that old horror
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whew. Not creepy at all.
And you're a bird right now?
Yep.
Bird, you need to fly away. The Stone Sisters will be back any moment now. Fly away. That's the straw doll saying that.
Oh. Okay. Well, Stone Sisters, huh? But tell me about
Stone
this
and Sisters.
Stone Sisters. Okay. I don't fly away, being, foolish. There seems to be something over here. Not
Okay.
wall. Of course.
Let's see. 12-foot high, 10-foot wide door is made of green stone. Its surface carved with grinning goblin skeletons. A belt of smooth stone spans the door at a height of 4 feet, set with 5 gold symbols in a row. A triangle, a square, a pentagon, a hexagon, and an octagon. Each symbol is engraved on a recessed circular seal.
Oh, okay. That wasn't obvious.
Also, these doors here,
Mm-hmm.
various places. 5 wooden doors are set into the walls of the galleries, each carved with a geometric symbol, a triangle, a square, a pentagon, a hexagon, and an octagon.
So what's behind door number 1?
SpongeBob SquarePants. That'll be the square. So prisoner. Can't tell through this smoke, this fog.
Not from there, no.
All right. Have you come to sneeze on me again, Cat?
Meow.
Apparently so. I don't necessarily want to trigger anything. So vertically, what have I got to work with?
20 feet.
Okay, kind of fly up. Okay, all right. Then from there, it's only about 5-10 feet away. Plus 10 feet up. Any better?
Yeah. A heavy padlock secures the gate of a rusted cage, inside which a naked figure cowers under the blood-stained blanket. And you recognize the person under the blanket.
Okay.
Well, kind of. Much skinnier, much scrawnier, shorter, wasted looking, and of course injured and everything like that. But it's definitely Carrick.
Ain't weird at all.
All right. Well, fly back to them.
All right.
Okay. No. Where'd everybody else go?
Just look around the corner.
Okay. Ah, yeah, hiding. Very wise. All right. So the bird comes up, not in a particular hurry, to where Bruno and Carrick are, and then kind of squawks casually at them, flies past them, turns the corner, and lands in front of Nitox. Changes back. We need to make sure that that's really Carrick, because I just saw Carrick down those stairs. Says it quietly to Nitox. So what?
Does Carrick have a twin, maybe?
Well, let's find out a way to make sure that that's the Carrick that we all know and love, and not some person that found a trap with their head too often. Do you have any tricks along those lines?
I mean, as long as this one's still willing to run forward into the traps, I'm okay with them. Let me think. Really?
Well, I've got detect magic, but that's not really going to help.
Do you have any questions you could ask Carrick that only Carrick would know?
I don't know, Carrick. I just met you guys. Remember, the druid has not been with the party the whole time.
Well, I know. Yes, but I don't really pay attention to the people I'm with, so. Let me think. What if we all stood in a circle in a room with petri dishes of blood and touch heat to the blood to see if anything reacts?
All right, hang on a second.
Ooh, or just ask him if he sees a tortoise in the desert on its back. How does he feel?
All right. Think quick. I can do a quick divination. Fairly powerful spell. Single question. What should the question be? This is one of those, be careful what you wish for.
It's already questionable because we asked him about his armor he lost, a couple of days ago, and he didn't remember that earlier.
Well, that's probably more the player than the character, but yeah.
That was the player, yeah.
Yeah, agreed, but you know what I'm saying. Just in case it wasn't.
Ask him if he took my bug spray.
What?
I had some bug spray and it went missing. And I'm wondering who took it.
So the question, I suppose, should be, how long has assumed that this is an imposter? And if this is an imposter, and the character downstairs is the real one, how long has the imposter been here since the beginning, since you've met him?
If you say, how long have you been here? He'll just say, I've been here the whole time.
Yeah, pretty much.
How long have you been traveling with us? Maybe.
Yeah, but that again gets into how long has the imposter been an imposter? Maybe since before you met him.
I'd be fine with that. He's been very reliable. If it's the one that's been here from the beginning, I'm okay with it.
I'm asking the wrong person. Let's find somebody else. Let's see. Yeah.
I mean, if the imposter is incredibly useful and trustworthy, do you really need the original?
Yeah, the original's evil. The imposter is opposite alignment, right?
Oh, yeah. Did the guy in the cage have a beard or a goatee?
Well, he looked like he hadn't shaved in a couple of weeks, but he also looked like he hadn't bathed in a couple of weeks either. So,
Well, that's the same with all of us. I don't remember the last time I saw a place to bathe in this dungeon.
Just
True.
outside. We swam through the, the bubbly. Seriously. Before the great evil one, the great old one, almost did a Jerry Lewis impersonation and almost ate us.
Talking about the water full of the aboleth poop.
Mm-hmm. So obviously, Nidox is less than invested in the answer to the question.
Like I said, how long you've been traveling with us, and if he's been an imposter the entire time, it's like
Yeah, yeah. It really doesn't tell us a thing.
We can go back to our foreshadowing. It says, what is your quest?
Mm-hmm.
Because if he's in there for the treasure, it's not the reason we're here.
Okay. So, you back out here. Hey guys, don't mind me. And cast divination there. Will the Carrick, who is currently still, yes, standing beside Brunor at the top of the stairs. That one there. Bates, don't screw this up. I'm indicating the Carrick that this definition is the target of. All right, thank you. Have to be real specific with the fates. Or they'll come over and sneeze on your Coke. Thank you, Cat.
She's doing his impersonation of Bast.
I'm going to act against, in an evil nature, or against the interests of the party, which is probably the wrong question because Carrick can do that, just being Carrick. within the next 7 days.
There.
And there?
There.
There. What there?
And there was making sure I had the right as picked.
Mm-hmm. So go back up to Nidox. Shrug.
Sounds about right. Hey, you want to do the magic bag test?
Yeah, with
It's 2 parts. You empty the bag out completely and walk down there, make sure the bag doesn't die, right? You come back, you put something non-magical in the bag, walk down there, come back, see if it's fine. And if it's fine, then we can all pack up stuff and go down. Oh, step 4, sorry. Go to that hallway toward the door.
profit.
And as soon as you're out of that hallway with all the rubble and down the stairs to the left you flew down, pull something non-magical out and see if it decays in that stairwell. Or if we just need to get from here to there, or if it would still be a problem even after you make that turn. Right?
So do the above.
Sticking things in the bag of holding appears to protect them from whatever's affecting them in the hallway.
Okay. But does taking them out in the staircase here?
Once you're out of the hallway, you're fine.
Okay. So we can all get to that other staircase using this method without joining the druid's weird nude communion.
Well, we do it for 50 yards.
All righty.
And that's if we want to go that way.
Well, that's probably the way to go.
I agree.
They're still getting that handle. But I don't really know the purpose of that for the elephant head.
Yeah.
Matt can tell you that Ijin wants to ride the elephant.
Which is probably a good reason as any.
Hey, Carrick, is it a good idea to ride that elephant? Yeah, you're right. That's not the right Carrick.
I'm not going to put words in Carrick's mouth because I don't know what Steve would say.
What? There's an elephant to ride? Let's go.
He stuck his head in the boar's mouth. So
Well, that's digestion by and riding of are different things. So yeah. At least with most critters. All righty. So we get everybody over here.
Yeah, we're following that program. So that's why I'm moving my character.
And before we go down the stairs, and before Carrick has a chance to put his equipment back on, I just tell everybody, oh yeah, hey, there's a prisoner in there that looks a hell of a lot like Carrick. In fact, it is Carrick. Not saying that, it is Carrick, but, it's just something to think about.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of door at the top of the stairs to this hallway?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll go get fresh Coke to sneeze in.
Say get a fresh Coke to sneeze in?
Mm-hmm. That's what the cat's been doing. He's sneezing into his Coke. Matter of fact, it sounds like a good idea.
Floor 6.
See, now what I'm wanting to do is seal the passageway behind us so that if anyone gets scared, they don't run out into the hall and disintegrate other stuff by accident.
So, floor 6, Cradle of the Death God.
Is the Death God a baby? That would make a certain kind of sense, I guess. Yeah.
All right. So looks like we have our gang.
This gang's all here. At least as all here as the gang is.
So who are these Sohn sisters to our friends down there?
Okay. And yes, immediately they come up and they're, you need to run away. The Sohn sisters will be back any moment now.
Yeah, you did say that a moment ago. So who are they?
The Sohn sisters are 3 night hags.
Cool. Yo, Carrick, what's up?
Oh.
Have at the Hagatha.
Is that why Steve's not here? Because he doesn't want to give away which one is the real one?
I think you just kind of forgot.
Yeah, he's in his own green smoke.
That's, the little dolls can tell you that the little doll will tell you that that's the looky-like that they made in the cage. They've been torturing him for information.
Okay.
Got the green one. He's the one with all the smart answers.
I've been looking for the green one myself.
We're all kind of green down here.
Yeah. I don't feel like chasing anybody anymore.
The looky-like. So this is one of those weird wizard things where they kind of make a duplicate clone,
Yes.
and he knows like half of what the other one does, or something like that.
So face toward the enemy, we could probably use him.
Well, he knows he knows everything Carrick knows, and if you ask him, he knows he's a clone, but he can answer you. You know,
Well, what sort of questions have they been asking? Why would they be interested in us at all?
because you've been making progress through here.
How long have you been down here?
I'll take that as a positive sign. I didn't think we were.
Nobody's made it this low in apparently months,
I mean, there's
if not years.
none of us can foretell the depths that Brunor's gone to.
What's that green smoke you guys are standing in?
Hold on a minute. Stupid icon.
I don't know. I think it's some bath salts from Etsy. I don't know.
Runner, do you have sight on this map?
I don't. I've been scrolling around for a while and refreshing the page.
Okay, hold on a minute. I noticed it didn't have a tag on your token for some reason. Hold on. Doesn't have night vision. How about now?
Yeah, I got vision now.
Mine's doing something weird. I've got vision in the room through Elrod, but not through Venris. So whatever you did for him, it may need to do for me.
Hold on just a minute. I need to.
Because I could see, but I noticed that I was in a different place on my map than I was on yours. And when I moved Elred, it changed my view, whereas Venris didn't.
And you have night vision up to 60 feet.
That helped. Thank you. Yep, that fixed it.
I don't know. They made him about a week ago, and they've been torturing him for more information, especially the deeper y'all get.
What do you want us to do about you?
You wouldn't happen to have a whopper in that bag of holding, would you?
We didn't need to put it in the bag of holding. Those are magical. So
Yeah. I like a slaw burger. Yeah.
Nighthawks was going to direct a question to the three dolls saying, what is that green stuff you're standing in?
Somebody put a lid on that thing. It's probably a portal.
There is a lid for it lying on the floor. They don't know what it is. It's just something that comes out of the cauldron there. It smells. I mean, you're not all the way down the stairs, but you can smell it. It smells unpleasant, but it doesn't smell. It hasn't killed anybody yet.
Yeah.
Interesting. On my map, Bruner walked up to the cauldron. On your map, Bruner's still standing by the staircase.
On my map, Bruner's still
That's
standing by the square, by the staircase.
Yeah, me too.
Peg, did you move, Bruno?
No, I'm staying in front of Nighthawks on my map.
Okay.
I'm not making this up.
I mean, what my map looks like and the map
Oh, you see?
on the share screen are completely different.
Yeah.
Because I see Venris moving.
Yeah.
Venris was underneath me. On the share screen, she was over here.
Yeah.
I've been here the whole time.
So I'm gonna move toward putting that lid on.
See, I saw you blink on the share screen over there.
Okay.
I may start some shit.
Roll 20 is just being roll 20 tonight.
Yeah. I'm gonna see about capping that thing.
I hear they're
Okay.
hiring.
It's no problem. It's just a bronze kettle lid. It's not that heavy.
Okay.
And
That's clearly
the dolls can tell you they're constructs, but they're made from the souls of children that the hags stole. The hags are nursing some kind of creature that lurks on the other side of that big skeleton gate. The dolls don't know what the creature is. The last time they saw the hags were talking about that they'd gotten everything they could out of the clone, and that they were planning on killing him and eating him.
you're a guest of honor at your luncheon. How about that?
The clone's thing is that the way the clone's talking. By the way, the clone is somewhat. You're getting the impression very quickly the clone is not entirely sane.
Hmm.
Does he have 2 dots on his eyelid?
Part of the reason is apparently he knows everything Carrick knows, and continues to learn everything Carrick learns without Carrick's experience, as it were.
So he knows what it's like to have his head in a boar's mouth as it tries to bite it off.
Yes, he knows what it's like to have his head in his, yes.
He knows what it's like to have a froghemoth swallow him whole.
Yes.
He knows what it's like to have adamantium plate armor rust to death.
Yes. It's like having invisible narrator man in your head. Anybody who's familiar with arcane magic in any way, shape, or form would know that clones are inherently not very stable, and tend to yes, they want to live, but part of wanting to live is to eliminate the other, say the original,
Yeah.
or any other clones.
Can't let my secret out.
So
I'll look at Matt too. Well, which one do you want to keep?
So go up to that cage again and ask the clone.
Do you want to live?
Yeah, what do you want us to do about you? You've already answered that question, but let's hear it for the clone.
look, I've been through so much, and he keeps putting me through more. He's gesturing at Carrick.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But
It's
the
just-
question
it's-
was,
I want to live, but I can't put up with this like this. You know, if I'm going to live, he needs to go away.
I feel like if Carrick were here, he'd already killed himself. He would run this cat through already.
So our Carrick's only being calm because he's possessed right now, right?
presumably he's unaware of any of this stuff. He's not possessed. He's just unaware.
So Carrick doesn't have a thing possessing him?
Mm-mm.
Oh no, yes, he does, but that's not.
Part of it.
He's only being calm because I'm not trying to put. I'm not going to sit here and try to role play Carrick. Well,
Oh, no, I don't mean calm today. I mean calm over the past couple of sessions instead of running into battle constantly. Wasn't he
he's
like?
he's been a little bit less spastic about that. Yes, though
I thought he had a cautious spirit inhabiting him or something.
no, he's
No,
got a
that was-
bold spirit.
He used
The
to have it,
glory of battle.
but then I inherited the cautious spirit, and now I've lost it. So that's
Now you've got the jackrabbit of craziness.
Yeah.
See,
I
I
don't
can't
think-
banish this one because he's not from a different plane. He would just stay away for a minute and come right back.
Except that nothing you banished has ever come back. But yeah,
Well, it goes away for good if it's from another plane. I start wondering about the origin of a clone and if it does count as being from this plane.
Well, one way to find out. Can we see your boarding pass?
Tickets.
Oh, I guess that might work. I don't know if the druid has a supporting skill, but has the kit for it. So to Carrot clone, it's not fair to you how you came to be, but we're not going to kill Carrick either. It wouldn't be fair to him. I think it would be cruel to leave you like this, but it's against everyone's nature except perhaps Nidok's over there to just run you through. So we can give you the choice to do it yourself in a painless way. I can concoct you a poison, and that'll be that.
You're wanting him to kill himself?
I want to give him the choice. Less cruel than just leaving him here.
I mean, I can put him to sleep.
But then we still have the problem of what happens after that.
Honestly, I got an idea. We'll do this the Carrick way. So, literally, I will put a longsword around the cage. We can just fight. We'll fight for it. Fight to live.
Just the two Carricks. May the best Carrick win.
Yeah. That's what Carrick would do.
But did you put the lid on the pot?
I did.
yes, the smoke is slowly clearing.
I'm kind of keeping an eye out to see what gets revealed as the smoke goes away.
Oh well. The Carrick gladiatorial battle there commences.
We'll deal with that with Carrick and his clone whenever we can talk to Carrick about it, because I don't know if Carrick's going to want to. I honestly don't know how Steve would react in this situation.
I think once he would hear that the clone wanted him dead, so he could be the sole Carrick, I think Carrick would be like, no. I am Carrick.
But when the hags show up, it may resolve itself. So back to these, we can leave that. Put them to sleep and just leave it there for now. So back to these three. Well, what about you three?
We want to get away from these hags. They're scary.
And what does that look like for you? How do you get away from the hags?
Can you take us with you?
Yeah. Not sure how safe that's going to be either, considering we're probably wanting to go past the skeleton door there.
Itox wonders aloud. Don't hags travel in threes?
Yes, there's three of them.
Can
Yes,
you
sir.
tell us more about them?
Yeah, so quit sampling that porridge over there.
Well, like I said, they made the dolls from souls of children that wanted to be free, and the children want to be free of their captors. The hags are nursing some kind of creature on the other side of that skeleton gate. And dolls don't know what that is. They will not name the hags because they don't know where the hags are. And they're afraid that naming them will bring their attention on them.
All right. Well, let's see. Skeleton door.
Yes,
So how many of those skeleton keys do we have?
3.
And I assume that they would fit if we were to fit them.
The actual lock that the keys fit in, and the children can tell you this as well. The keys that are needed to unlock the skeleton gate, which they can verify that that's what you've got 3 of. But the keyholes themselves are sealed behind that. There's a seal over the keyhole. In order to open the keyhole, you have to. There are those 5 adjoining rooms have trials that you have to pass, and they don't know anything about the trials. They're not allowed to leave this room on their own, so they don't know anything about that.
Mm-hmm. Well, it seems like before we undergo any of these trials, we probably want to collect the 2 remaining keys. And we probably know where they are. We just didn't pick them up whenever we passed them by.
We can go grab them, and you 3. We can only take 2 of you. So fight and figure out which one doesn't get to go. Oh, just kidding. I wanted a Carrick fight and 3 cursed children fight.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll sidle over to Matu and say 3.
I know. If they are what you think they are, it's better to have them around than behind your back where you can't see them.
Well, let's do the bag trick and go back to get the other 2 keys. I think we remember where 1 is at least.
One was way up on the first floor, and the other was on the.
In that throne room that we didn't go into.
Well, you went into the throne room, but you didn't kill the skeleton key in there.
So that's
It was
all.
trying to stay away from you, and y'all just let it
live.
let it live.
So the point, though, is that it should be a fairly trivial exercise to go fetch.
Yes, I'm certain nothing will happen on our travels back up to the first floor.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I can convince these 2 new guys to step into that black maw on the first floor. You'll help me do that, right?
I'll be back in just a second.
You don't seem to be agreeing with my plan. The halfling would fit easily.
The halfling's already proven resistant to wandering into things that are maw-like.
What if we say stay away from there? We're storing some of the treasure we found.
Yeah, that's where the dispensary comes out, where you entered all those coins in the gargoyles.
Right.
You could put the carrot clone in the maw.
So if he's willing to go in the maw, keep that Carrick. I gotcha.
That's the litmus test.
Okay. So y'all head back up, and we're not gonna make a big production out of this. There are things I could throw at you on the way up and down. I'm not gonna bother.
Yeah, nothing like being chased through this thing by the King of Feathers again.
So y'all are able to find the first one without too much trouble. Get it. And the 5th one without too much trouble. Get it. What do y'all want to do about your friend, the genie that you left up in the room with the gargoyles?
Tell the genie what we found.
Ask her what she knows about night hags.
Irredeemably evil with a appetite for mortal souls. And they do they do a lot of various horrifying things with those souls. And yes, things like capturing the souls of children and converting them into these little puppets is something they would certainly do.
So a bunch of red-haired Karens. Okay.
Do you, as a genie, have a way of freeing a soul that's been trapped like that?
No, she doesn't.
Do you, as a genie, want 3 child souls trapped in constructs that would follow you around on adventures?
Once she gets done with y'all here, she's planning to plane shift back to her home plane, and that's not a place for 3 little rinky-dink constructs.
You never know. Genie homeworld might be fun for them. What was her
Huh.
spell list again? Because that was the deal, right? She would cast 3 spells for us or something like that.
Yes.
And she has helped us once. With the big giant minotaur skeleton things.
Yeah, you cleverly trapped her by all of us leaving the room at the same time.
What are you doing, bud? What are you doing?
It's going to take me a few minutes to find her. I'm afraid because I don't even remember her name and I don't have her.
In the context of what's going on right now, it's probably not that important.
I was just
Yeah.
thinking it could help us with the night hag fight, but
Actually, I have an easier way to find this. I'll leave you here.
Dao, D-A-O, was the name of the monster. That is the genie.
Let's see here. Detect evil and good. Detect magic. Stone shape. Pass wall. Move earth. Tongues. Conjure earth elemental. Gaseous form. Invisibility. Phantasmal. Killer. Plane shift. And wall of stone.
And that wouldn't really help us with the night hag fight, but okay.
So you'll get the those 2. She can take care of these kids and plane shift them out of here. She doesn't know. She'd even be willing to plane shift them somewhere else, but she doesn't know where to take them.
Well, why don't we just hold on to the kids in the bag of holding for now? If they don't mind that.
No, they don't.
And then we proceed with our challenges and the inevitable night hag trouncing and death by door.
Okay. So you come back down.
So the skeleton keys fit in the doors, and that will cause the gate to open?
According to the kid, Straw Bundle's doing all the talking because Joho, which is the monkey, whenever he talks, his stuffing comes out of his mouth, and it's really inconvenient. And Clay, and the clay-looking one, they have to draw a mouth on him in the clay, and that's unpleasant. So Straw Bundle says that the keys go in the big door, but there's seals over the keyholes.
Okay, I got you. Yeah. So do we want to do them in ascending order by side or descending order?
Well, let's just start up here.
Okay, triangle door. Out of the way. The door to this area has a triangle carved into it. When you open the door, see there's a 5-foot wide floor-to-ceiling glass cylinder near the back wall of this room. It's filled with light, the source of which is not apparent. Tiny triangular hole is cut through the glass 5 feet above the floor. Inside the cylinder, an iron lever is set into a metal plate on the floor.
If the Griffey's were here, we could stick a round gnome into a triangular hole.
It's a very small hole.
Hmm.
The triangular hole in the glass is 1 inch wide.
I see. You can't form a chicken snake over there, can you?
Yeah, I can actually. But
Did you say chicken snake?
Yeah.
don't laugh. The tiny form available to me kind of, it's like a miniature chupacabra, so yeah. The winged snake.
Did you hear the very funny Netflix movie debacle? They called it Chupacabra, so they shortened it to Chupa, But apparently that is a very nasty term in Spanish if they didn't know it.
Yeah. Chupa.
That was a car, Nova. The Nova.
Yeah. In
Yes.
Spanish means we don't go.
Yeah.
Nova.
Nova.
Yeah, we don't go.
So you got this glass cylinder. Lever. Is there just a single 1-inch triangular thing, or is it just a series of them around the circumference?
Just the one.
All right. Well, what if you stick something in there? What happens to it? Just falls down?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll do my winged snake impersonation and get really small and squeeze in through there. And anything happen once I get inside?
Nope.
All right. Well, go back to normal and hope flicking the switch does something aside from incinerate me.
Okay, you flip the switch. And you hear a grating noise from out in the room, and the triangle seal moves back, exposing the triangle lockpick or triangle lock hole.
Am I still stuck in here though?
Yes.
All right. Back to the switch form again and now there we go. All right. One down. We have another door.
Okay. That would be the. Where are we? That would be that door there would be the Pentagon.
So we see a bunch of generals.
The delicious aroma of spicy meat greets you. At the end of the 20-foot-long corridor, a room opens up with red tapestries covering the walls. A feast is spread out on 3 tables, consisting of roast boar, squash stew, and a tray of iced cakes. Flagons of frothy beer complete the banquet. A gaunt human male in a dusty black suit quietly arranges the items on the cake table. Taking notice of your intrusion, without a wood, he gestures for you to come forward and sample the feast.
Okay. I squeezed into the other hole. One of you guys can take this one. Now, this would be where Carrick would step up.
I'll do it.
Hey, that's a good idea. Let the starving Carrick into the feast room and find out what happens.
Yeah, Brenner will do it.
Okay. So you're going to go in and inside the room there?
Yeah. Take a gander.
It's this one over here. Yeah.
Or bring a goose with you?
I'll come about here.
Okay. Well, the waiter there, he gestures at you to, gestures around the room.
No, thanks. I'm full. Do I see anything crazy out of place
No.
in here? Definitely don't.
You don't need no water.
What'd you roll? Oh no! I mean, you don't see anything unusual. It smells very good.
I'll tap one of the tables with my glaive.
Seems
Oh,
very
boy.
solid to you.
I'll skewer that pig and just take it out. Someone detect magic on this thing.
Okay, that's pretty funny. Well,
All right. As you leave the room, damn, you're hungry. Oh, you are just so hungry.
Don't you believe it?
I got some purple stuff you can have. Some in my pocket still.
You'd almost eat the purple stuff. That boar smells really good.
But he asked somebody to cast detect magic on the boar. So while he's doubled over in his hunger pains, just do that from the doorway.
Yes, the boar is magical. Let's see here.
I've heard people say that
Alteration.
barbecue sometimes.
Let's check on something then, since that worked. Actually, throw a good berry at Bruno's. Hopefully that gives him a moment.
Oh, are we throwing old fruit at Bruner? Let me get a tomato.
Okay, yeah. So the detect magic spell doesn't have to be cast on an object. Just you can focus on objects as you go. Let's see. And that stuff's pretty much in range. Is there anything on that table that's not magical?
On the food tables?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all magical.
All alteration?
Yes.
Well, no help there, Brunar.
And that good berry is not enough.
Mm.
Just so hungry. Until something is resolved with the hungry, you're at disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Looks like there are some tapestries around there. Do they have anything interesting?
Make a perception check. One of them has a subliminal devil's face design clearly hidden in the design, and its open mouth forms a pentagon.
Okay. Is there anything in there that's shaped appropriately?
You gonna go to the tapestry and reach in?
Well, no, but I'll point it out to Brunar. Hey, man, look at that tapestry behind you. See the thing?
I'm like, this thing.
Yeah, that thing.
Okay. I'll
Once you
touch
go
it.
back in the room, you feel fine.
I'm
Steve's here.
Howdy, man.
Clone fight. Clone fight. Clone fight.
Which Steve is that?
2 men enter. 1 man leaves. 2 men enter. 1 man leaves.
So you guys need to ask him that question as a hypothetical and see what his answer is.
So, Steve, if we found a emaciated, deformed clone of your character,
Good many sees you and wants you dead.
Once he sees me, he wants me dead. Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, he wants you dead so he can replace you.
when you feel around, you can reach into the devil's mouth as though the fabric wasn't there, uncovering a small extra-dimensional compartment with a lever set into the back of it.
Hmm.
Gonna pull the lever?
Yeah, kind of got no other option.
Okay, so you pull the lever. You hear the
Wrong
grinding
lever.
sound from the main room, and the rest of you see the Pentagon seal pull away from the. So, Brunner, you're standing there with your. You're standing there in that room with all that good-smelling food, beer. That guy who's just sitting there arranging, things, making sure everything's nice and neat and lined up, and he makes motions like eat, eat.
I don't want to. If I move, do I get the back to here? Do I get that hunger pain fill again?
Yes, if you leave the room, you get the hunger pangs.
Crap.
Toss a turkey leg out so that we can test it on emaciated cleric.
All right, I'll do that. I'll literally crack off, check it through the hall.
We hand it to the starving guy.
Didn't you all put him to sleep?
I didn't. I don't know if they did. I still want to hear Steve's
Okay.
answer.
Go defeat a clone. Wait. What do you want to do with this guy?
Okay, you feed him. He eats it. He kind of hesitant at first, and then whenever he gets a bite of it, he's like, oh, and he just scarfs it down.
What does he do when he's done scarfing it down?
Y'all got any more of them?
Hey, Mikey,
Yeah.
you like
That's finger licking good.
That's finger licking good.
Did you level Carrick up to level 10, Steve?
I don't know. I have looked up the channel.
You don't mind me experimenting on your clone, do you?
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay, I think I know your answer about the other question then. I'll call back to Bruner. The clone looks fine, Bruner. Go ahead and eat something, see if it helps.
Come on out here, Bruner. I could waste to dispel magic on one of these food items to figure out what it is, or I could cast it on you to get rid of this curse.
Alrighty. So that's what I'll do.
Which one? There was two options there.
We'll burn a spell and a curse. Hate to do that, but that's like one of those me thinks if Brunner started eating, Brunner ain't coming out.
Hmm.
Like you won't fit in the hallway anymore?
Yeah, exactly.
I could polymorph you into something smaller.
It's the polymorph back. It's the hard part.
Are you casting that on the food
No,
on
like
him?
I said, I could waste a spell on figuring out this food, or I could remove whatever effect is on him. I'm assuming it's
Okay.
illusionary. But actually, I
That's-
have. No, never mind. Go ahead.
You actually have what?
Well, you detect magic up still, so I can see if there's some sort of effect on him.
Well, before you cast that, yeah, he had what would that be? Alteration.
So let's get rid of that.
All right, you're able to get rid of it. Oh, you feel so much better, brother.
I felt so much better.
Now I toss him a good berry. Okay, does that work?
Yeah, I'm not fatigued. I don't. My stomach feels great. And immediately starts vomiting blood.
Right. Okay. Look down at our poor starving man who it didn't really matter what this was. He was starving. So it's, yeah. Oh, man. Okay. So we have next door.
And for our next door, that is the Hexagon Door Trial of the Hexagon.
The octagon, I'm worried about. That's Chuck Norris.
I'm thinking hexagon, these hexes.
Hmm.
Hexagon is Vestagon.
Move 3 hexes. Yeah.
A large, cracked, six-sided mirror is mounted above a stone shelf protruding from the opposite wall. 5 unlit candles stand on the shelf, each made of yellow wax and covered with tiny black sigils. Scrawled on the wall above the mirror in dried blood are the words "Piggy, Piggy, Piggy."
Damn it! I should have grabbed that hog on the way out.
Okay. So who wants this one?
Well, guess it's me again.
No. Let's spread the love. You had your hunger-defying encounter.
I'm training arrows on whoever's back is in there to help them. But if you want me to go, I'll go.
And the ducks proceeds to hide someplace. Yeah. Well, why don't you give it a shot, Femmers?
So I guess which one of these is the one to light?
What do the sigils say?
Oh, let's see. Probably not enough to tell me anything.
The sigils say "Piggy, Piggy, Piggy."
Eeny, miny, mo, it goes piggy, piggy.
Is that what you said?
Yeah. So any suggestions? I can't read this.
Actually, I think you just did.
In the reflection of the mirror, you see a lever on the south wall.
Okay. But if I look at the south wall, I don't see it.
But if you look at the south wall, you don't see it.
Well, I've got a clue about where it is. I'll call it out. Tom says I can see it, but I may have to direct somebody else to it. Because if I walk out of the reflection, I may lose it. What do you think?
All right.
Can you walk to the south wall and just touch it?
Well, I'm afraid if I walk out of the reflection, it will move.
Well, if you can see it in the reflection of the south wall, you'll be in the reflection when you go to the south wall.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll try it. So off I go.
At least for somebody.
Now, if you move so that you can get to where the lever would be, you can't see it in the reflection anymore.
Right.
Is the angle, and it's not there except in the reflection.
Yeah.
Does the table with the mirror move?
I go back, sit there again.
Yes, it is.
All right. I still see it, but I can't find it walking away.
Well, all righty.
I'll guide you to it. There you go. Try it. Should be on your right.
Is there a lever there?
There is no lever there. You feel nothing.
Okay.
Ain't no lever here.
Maybe it's inverted. Try the other one.
No lever here.
No lever there.
Hell, I don't know. I'm going to stand beside me and see if you see it.
Now, do I actually see the reflection?
No, you do not.
Okay.
Because I didn't say the words.
Yeah. So I don't know.
What's the first thing that you did when you walked in here?
Took the candles and said, which one of these is, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and said goes piggy, piggy, piggy.
Okay, I say exactly what Vemmer said.
Okay, now you can see the levers in the reflection of the mirror. South lever.
And then if I go down to there, do I feel it?
No, you do not.
Okay.
Is the mirror tiltable?
No. It's firmly attached to the wall.
You're a wizard. Maybe you make out what the markings say.
I'm not a wizard. I'm a sorcerer. I've never learned anything.
That means you're the source of something. Come here.
What's the light source in there?
Whatever they're carrying. They didn't
Wondering.
light any of the candles, so
I was wondering, yeah, if he could see and he turned out the lights so you couldn't see, he wouldn't go away.
those two would have to close their eyes for that because they have dark vision. So
Try that. See where it's at in the mirror and close your eyes and walk over there.
Yeah, I'll try it. You want to try the other one?
Okay.
You think?
nothing.
Okay.
Does anybody have a mirror in their bag?
Yes.
Since there's two of you working in there, here's a mirror. Thank you, Carrick. See if one of you can angle the mirror to the other one can see it when they're out the south wall.
All right. Well, easy enough. We just walk here and do so.
You think?
Okay. Yep, you're able to pull the south lever. And give me just a second.
Yeah, I figure it's getting close to time.
I was hoping y'all get through this without having this, but
Oh, piggy, piggy, piggy. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there you go. Oh, I'm going to leave those two out of it because they're way on the other side of the map. And yeah. Okay, Matt.
So what just popped up?
3 werebores.
Hey guys, bacon.
Bacon, 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 where?
The droid's just kind of, you know what? No, not today. Primal beast. Come at me, bro.
Okay, so that's a bonus action.
And this one right between us.
That's a hit.
So that's the base damage. Let's see. Burning 3 charges plus the extra force. Okay, that's that.
Well, I look a little surprised. Oh. And then I cast slow on all 3 of them. They can make wisdom saving throws. Okay, none of them passed. Which means, Venus, they can't take reactions. And I move out of the way so Bruner can get in there with his reach. That's my turn. And while slowed, they can only take one attack per round and stuff like that. Yeah.
All right.
Since
So,
they can't
yeah.
take reactions, that means you can move out of the way.
Yeah, I can back up and get my bow out, which is what I do.
They're even easier to hit. Isn't that nice?
Yep. All right. So we'll go for the middle one and the one on the left.
Ooh, crit.
Nice.
Going to split your fire?
Yeah, one first run down the middle and the second one to the left where I came from. While running backwards. So we're going to skip Elwood because he's on the other side of the world.
No, I skipped. I skipped our two missing
Gnomes. Okay.
Griffies. But
Alright.
you can run Eldred. That's no problem.
Okay. I'll bring him down there. Because I would imagine he would have gone with everybody else. If I put him there, that'll put him in range of hitting the middle one.
Yeah, I can see him charging through everything to.
Oh, yeah.
That's a hit.
All right.
He should get 2 attacks.
Yeah, okay. You're right. I just wasn't thinking. That's what I get for playing somebody else. Him try again. 7 more.
Okay, that one's bloodied.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna move into the room and hold my action.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's gonna go in. So if they approach him, he's gonna get an attack.
He's going to attack.
And as for the lycanthropy,
Okay.
but that hit.
That one will attack Eldred. Elred. I'm pretty sure that missed.
Yep.
And this one will attack Eldred. Eldred too.
Yep. I would say so.
So make a con.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna walk up in there and I'm actually gonna attack that one right in front of me.
That's enough to hit.
All right, and then
Though you're using the glaive.
yes, I'd have to be
Um,
Reveners. I'd have to be Revenersis actually.
Yeah.
Well, it's important because the glaive is a non-magical weapon, and these are werebores,
Well,
and they're immune to non-magical weapon damage. And you would know that.
oh, well then, I got something magic then. All right, and that's all on that one right there. And I will spend an action surge to do it again.
Right? He's almost dead.
Cool. Well, see if he's dead. If he's not dead,
He's not dead.
all right. So both will go into him.
Now he's dead.
Good, and that will end my turn. And when I'm done burying my axe in him, I grab Venus. It's like, don't you fucking run. You stand your ground. You know, in my turn.
So I guess they've been working on the one to the south.
Yes.
All right. And he can't do a reaction because he's slowed.
Yes.
So I'll just walk on down to this guy and land. And then,
You get an extra 1d6 due to your current thing. Yeah.
yeah, I've been counting it. Oh, shoot, didn't mean to do that twice. The first one. So that's 21
Okay.
damage.
He's bloodied.
And that's it. The druid snarls appropriately, looking like a werebeast herself.
I'll poke my head
Yeah,
around the
that's-
corner and see the one last. Well, I guess that one's still alive, so I'll go ahead and aim at it. And we'll try a good old chill touch.
Oh, that hits.
Sweet.
I'll go back on this one. That Matt disengaged from.
Oh, both those hit.
Continue on the one in front.
Eric.
So what are these guys here?
Okay. Those are 3.
They're not in the room anymore.
Actually, they're not in the room anymore.
Oh, okay. He's gonna jump up here. Can you get into the room?
Yeah, I'll let you in.
See that guy in the corner?
Yeah, that hit. Okay.
I'm done. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got another attack. I don't know what I'm thinking.
And that actually hit. So that's 16.
No, I'm done.
All right. So this one will take an attack on you. I think a 25 will hit you.
Yes.
Ooh, this will be a fun Constitution check.
Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Don't worry, if you had failed it, we got a replacement. You know.
And Matt.
That hits, and the same thing applies to the immunity.
Yeah.
All right.
Wouldn't a druid just feel like that's an extra free beast shape?
Yeah, it's like, so what? You know, it's a little out of control, but you know, a lot of these things are over the top.
Brunner.
Well, I'll swing on the one we're working on right here.
Okay.
I'm assuming the second one's the only one that hit.
No, they both hit.
Oh, good.
Oh, I forgot to do something here.
Mhm.
And that'll be enough to kill him.
Cool. And
Let me take care of something here.
Mhm.
A wisdom save. Oh, hey, this one's not slowed anymore. Cool.
well, I'll stay here to leave the lane open for him to get in there and swing on this one up here.
Matt. Let's see. That hits. And that's enough to kill him. And when he falls against the shelf there with the 5 candles on it, and he knocks another candle falls out from underneath, say from a sub shelf underneath the main shelf there, identical to the other 5.
I only got 5 doors. That may be something we gotta have further down the road.
When you go out and check, the seal is not yet removed from the hexagon portal.
Must be something other than saying the words. Maybe actually try lighting the candles. I don't know.
Well, let's light this one. Use this one to light the other 5,
Okay.
which is what I will do.
When you look up in the mirror, you notice that there's a now the lever appears on the north wall, not on the south wall.
And I will. Night Dog, you still got the mirror in your hand?
I think Matt had the mirror, but yeah.
Yeah, okay, whoever had it.
Matt, you're muted.
We'll see if that works.
We'll get that lever.
And that opens up the seal on the
Gate.
hexagon seal on the gate.
3 down.
It's 10 o'clock. I think 3 down is good for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make the gnome do the next door.
It's a known door.
Thanks, Will. Sorry, I was running late.
It's no problem. We just had the problem of, and we still kind of have the problem of what do we do with your clone who wants you dead?
Yeah, we had a real fun mystery because you weren't here. And then the DM gives us 2 Carricks, and we're trying to figure out which Carrick was the real Carrick.
To give you a little bit of background on that, apparently this clone was made by these night hags to track us. They've been questioning it about our progress. And
it knows what you know.
Yeah. And not just from the point of its creation, but also, you know, as time goes forward. So
Uh-huh.
So we were betting upon hearing that the clone wanted to kill you and take your place, that you would be willing to give it a sword and have a clone fight.
I have to roll a die to find out whether he would do that or not. I just don't know.
There was also the possibility you would just stab him through the cage and not worry about it.
And the three things that you that are not here now were where are they? These things. Little dolls made by the hags.
Aha.
So now all we have left is the squared circle and the octagon. So we'll deal with that next time we play.
All right, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Yep, good show.
Yep.
Y'all have a good evening.
I thought y'all might get through this without
Yeah, leave it to me to throw the room switch.
It was just as well. The druid got the wig out, literally. So
Yeah.
Were we supposed to be able to see both switches in the shared view?
yeah, that's what confused me. Is we did actually see both switches.
That is confusing, and there's no way for me to like conceal one switch from the other.
Yeah.
But it worked out in the end. It's all good.
Yeah, we got her done.
It was a
So-
fun night.
So next time it's Trek. It's my turn, I think. Right?
Yes,
Okay. It should be
assuming
ready.
you
for
feel
that.
up to it.
I've been getting better. It's just taken me a lot longer to get over this, and it does most bugs. Because it's one thing after another.
Yeah, I got you. All right.
Um,
Well, y'all be careful. We'll do this again next week.
Cat keeps
Yep.
hiding his meds and stuff.
Yeah, little stuff like that. Coughing in my drink. He's probably the cause of the whole thing.
Yeah.
He caused COVID. Yeah.
He's like that middle room. He's like, here's something to drink. Why don't you take some?
In a
Yeah.
lab somewhere in, southern China, there's a cat knocking it off the table.